This is more about living in the time of the coronavirus epidemic back in the summer. The shootings and murders continue with no sign of letting up. This is true locally and across the nation. I think we should have a new board game and a video game, both of them called simply Murder. That's the name of the game and how it's played and how you win or lose. I'm telling you, it's murder out there. The madness is spreading too. If you've been vaccinated, you now have to wear a mask indoors in many places, and you are angry about that. You got the shot, what's the problem? Why the hell should you have to wear a mask? And the people who have not been vaccinated, they are being blamed for the epidemic, and they are angry and resentful about that. It's our choice, they say. What's it to you? And the two sides, yes, they are now opposing sides, so much for the we're all in this together narrative, are getting angrier and angrier. We are not all in this together, even though we are. Two pillars of success from external sources are instruction and support. The first is technical. The second, moral or spiritual. The first tells you how to do it, know-how. And the second helps to give you the strength to do it. Instruction and support. Lucky people get both. They are now reporting that over 125,000 vaccinated Americans have tested positive for the CoVid virus. And that's with 9 states not reporting. Armed with this, they are pushing harder than ever that all people should be wearing masks, especially indoors. How sick were these people? They don't tell us that. And that 125,000, it sounds like a lot, but out of 10 or 20 million, it's an insignificant number, statistically speaking. But we're going to get all excited about it. I heard an expert, the coronavirus has created a lot of them, say that before the epidemic, 1 person in 10 reported being anxious and feeling depressed. Now, he said, that number stands at 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. That's national jitters. More shootings. 2 murders here last night. In New York, Queens, outside a laundromat, scooters pulled up and stopped, and the drivers started shooting into a crowd, then drove off. They were wearing masks. No, not COVID masks. 10 people were wounded, including 3 gang members. There are more shootings now than can be reported. It's like fender benders on a snowy, icy day. The numbers continue to rise, and it feels like we are back in the epidemic again. Politicians are slow to announce restrictions because they know the people will react badly, and elections are coming up. If that does happen, another lockdown, I think that that number of people with anxiety and feelings of depression will jump to 6 or 7 out of 10. The entire population may go haywire. There can't be another lockdown. They would let people die first. Long, long ago, I realized the most unique thing about love was that you cannot make someone love you. You can love someone else, but you can't make them love you. How that happens, I'm not sure. They assess you, they experience you, they approve, they come to love you. It's a process, unless it's love at first sight. However it comes to pass, they begin to love you or not, but you do not really have a hand in the process. Love is somewhat mysterious because you don't have control of it. Some think they do, and to some extent they might, but I will hold that someone loving you is beyond your power. This may be why it is so cherished. Also, someone who loves you holds a power over you. We try not to think about it that way. On the social activist front, there are now organized mask protests, especially outside school board meetings. Groups of dummy-craps are very angry with the PM. Welfare programs are about to end, and renters are going to have to make payments. They say they are going to be evicted, and millions will be homeless. They feel they have a right to live where they want to and pay no rent. Evicting them exposes the evils of capitalism and is really a social crime. That's what they say. I'm sure white supremacy is in there somewhere. All of this is funny, especially seeing the PM, who has given everything and more to everybody, seeing him get yelled at by those who feel betrayed. Give us more! The number of people wearing masks increases every day, as does the number of reported cases. The Senate passed an infrastructure bill. I heard one of them call it a great piece of legislation. It must be. I also heard that it is nearly 3,000 pages long. How many people do you think read that? I'm writing about the word I've written about the word motherfucker and how it fits into the dissolution of the family. When the number of fathers decreases, the number of motherfuckers naturally jumps. Now, to this I want to add the word hood, formerly neighborhood. Sometime in the last century, it was contracted to hood, and that was much more cool. Boys in the hood, life in the hood. So we have the hood, but there are no more neighbors. The neighbors are gone. And that also has a huge social, cultural impact. Dig this. The motherfuckers are here in force, and the neighbors are gone. Mr. Rogers, where the hell are you?